Hey, what's up? My name is Lucas. I'm a photographer and filmmaker based out of West Michigan. Welcome to my channel, and today we are talking about my most used lens on the SL system, and that's the 2470. So I use the Leica 2470 that is said to be a rebadged Sigma. It may have been built in the same factory with similar glass, or maybe even the exact same glass specifications, but this is definitely not a Sigma lens. The build quality is Leica, the functionality is Leica, it's weather sealed, it autofocuses faster than the Sigma one. I did buy the Sigma one before I bought the Leica version and was kind of blown away at how slow it autofocuses. But the one thing that is definitely like Sigma in is it collects dust like no other. But that brings me to the point of the character of this lens is second to none. This is not only the cheapest zoom lens in the Leica range, not like really super cheap. I mean, I bought it for a little bit less than $2,000 used. As far as Leica zoom lenses on the SL goes, it's fairly affordable. I use this lens all the time. It's probably my most versatile lens that I own. I use it for photos, I use it for video, I use it for all of my talking head videos for YouTube. So if you watch my channel and are subscribed, then you have seen this lens quite a bit. If you're not subscribed, why don't you subscribe? Really would help me out, so appreciate that. And yeah, I love this lens. I have taken it on a lot of trips actually since I've owned it, and every time I bring it, I'll pack multiple lenses because I like having backups of everything, but I'm like, man, I could probably just pack just this lens and be all set. I recently got back from a trip to Novi Sad, Serbia. I had this lens glued to my SL2S, and that was my kit for pretty much the entirety of the trip. One of the things that I love about using the 2470 is it's an 82mm front ring, so all of my filters fit on them, and it's got like one of the best lens hoods I've ever used. It's full metal, and I don't even think that the 2490 is a full metal lens hood. It's a great hood. I don't use it all the time because I use filters and I do hybrid photo video and all this stuff, but whenever I do use that lens hood, I'm blown away at how nice it is. One of the things that I don't love about it is it does protrude when you zoom in and out, and if you were to get other lenses that are zooms, it rotates in the opposite direction of the other zoom lenses. Minor nitpicking things there, but because it protrudes, it definitely is prone to dust, but I think that it might kind of add to the picture feel to it. I don't know, maybe I'm just making excuses, but I've loved using this lens. I took it on a trip to Israel. I took it on my road trip with my dad. I took it on to California for Eastern Good Friday filming. I took it on this missions trip to Novi Sad. It travels super well. It is super versatile, and the images really kind of speak for themselves. It renders beautiful images, and it feels really balanced in the SL2 and the SL2S. I did go through a season where I had Apo 35 and Apo 50 that I was testing out for a while, and those feel built for the SL system in a different way. The 2470 is like, yeah, this is a really good pairing. The Apo primes are like, this is what it was meant to be. But I found that this 24-70 kind of got me 75, maybe 85% of the way there. And with my style of work, I like having more character in the images. And I'm not saying anything bad about those Apo primes, because those lenses are incredible. And I would love to get my hands on a couple more someday. But for now, the 24-70 is in my budget and it just works. As far as things that I don't like about it, not a lot, I'll be honest. There's not a lot about this lens that I don't like. Sometimes I do find myself wishing that it did go a little bit longer, so maybe that's where the 24-90 would come into play, just getting a little bit of an extra reach, especially when I'm traveling. But I mean, at the same time, like, I know that the 24-90 is significantly heavier than the 24-70. So I don't know if that's a trade-off that I'm willing to make, especially when most of my work is in 28 and 50 millimeters. That's one thing that I kind of wish that I had on this lens, was a 28 millimeter marking. But if you aren't aware, if you're in the menu, the quick menu setting on the SL2 and the SL2S, and you use the zoom, you can actually see what the exact focal length that you're zoomed in at. So you can set it to 28 if you were so inclined. That is one thing that you want to keep in mind when using a zoom lens, is you want to land on those focal lengths still. A lot of people I'll see just like kind of like land in no man's land, and the photos can be kind of strange. But again, it's an art form, so you don't need to stick hard and fast to those rules, but it is nice to have proven focal lengths. That's my review of the Leica 24-70. It's not like a super technical review. I really like the way that this lens looks. It fits really well in my kit, and it's super versatile. So if you want to pick one up, I do have things linked down below. They are affiliate links, so if you do buy them, it is supporting this channel. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.